Well, the Executive Director of the Ghana Blind Union, Dr. Peter Obing-Asamoah, is urging parents of visually impaired children not to keep them at home simply because of the high cost of learning materials for visually impaired persons. He noted that it is important for visually impaired children to be educated. Hence, the cost of education should not be an hindrance. Dr. Obing made this statement at the sensitization seminar in Wa, where our correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
Blind Union, in partnership with Visual Ghana, seeks to sensitize stakeholders on the challenges that parents with visual impaired children go through to take care of them. The seminar, which is a sequel to an earlier one held in 2020, simple put, is about the welfare of visual impaired children aged between 0 and 15 years. Executive Director of the Ghana Blind Union, Dr. Peter Obing-Asamoah, noted that the age bracket of 0 to 15 years is carefully chosen because they are the formative years of the child's development, and if it is not managed well, it will lead to a bleak future for them. Dr. Peter Obing-Asamoah regretted that despite the sensitization and the availability of schools for the visual impaired, there are many visual impaired children who are out of school.
I know with WA, at least we have the school for the blind here. So we have some information about how to handle these children. But ladies and gentlemen, I regret to tell you that in spite of all this, there are still many children who are not in school. There are still many parents who even claim that they haven't even heard of education of blind children. There are still many children who are still locked behind doors. And there are still many situations where the children just grow up, and that is it. They just grow up without a future.
He considered that the cost of learning materials for the visual impaired is very costly, but that should not deter parents of visual impaired children from taking them to school.
Materials for blind persons are very expensive all the time, and they have always been so. For example, if I take a Perkins Braille, a Perkins Braille, which is writing equipment, will cost you about 12,000 Ghana cedis.
Not the typewriter?
Yes, it costs about 12,000. You know, now if I take a writing frame, the writing frame will cost about 160 Ghana cedis. So if you look at the cost of, let's say, the writing frame, 160 Ghana cedis, and you compare that to the cost of a pen or a pencil and an exercise book, you see that the education of the blind child is very expensive. But then again, that is no excuse to say that because it is expensive, so these children should be denied this thing, education. I believe it is government's responsibility to ensure that all children, whether they are blind or not, get proper education. I know these things are expensive, but it's not about costs of the thing. It's about the value that the things bring to the lives of this individual and ultimately the country as a whole, because this person will grow and contribute to our social environment. Right now we have blind teachers who are teaching sighted people, sighted children. So they are contributing to our society.
The Ghana Blind Union Executive Director has this advice for parents of visual impaired children and the community.
If a child is blind or partially, I think the parents, please, it is your responsibility. Take that child to a health facility, the nearest health facility near you, and they will give you referral services. They will show you where to go. If there's no health service, go to your assembly, go to the social welfare officer. Tell the person this is your situation. Let him refer you. If that is not there, go to the school. You know that we have some certain schools, Wild School for the Blind, we have a coupon school for the blind. Any school, take the child there and seek guidance, seek advice. Don't keep your children indoors. Don't hide your children. The situation has changed. There's hope. And community, please. If you're in a community, a society, a village, whatever, and you know of a child who is in the room, or a child who is not in school, if the child is not in school, sometimes you see these children going to fetch water and all that with their parents guiding them. If you know of any such child, please go straight to the social welfare department and talk to them.
The workshop was attended by educationists, chiefs, for mothers, religious leaders, and health practitioners. Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam. Wow.